Yo guys, how you doing? Just kicking back here. Nice warm night in the singlet cash. Thought I'd do a quick Facebook Live. I've dedicated to doing one every single day this year. So look out. I'm going to take you through what that looks like in another post. So Facebook Live, then make sure that's saved to the camera roll. That's then edited, so subscribed, border around it, some music, and that's then put onto Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, and then once a fortnight we do a big one, we do a webinar, we turn that into a podcast as well. It's all part of the plan. So I'm going to take you guys through how all that looks, how to outsource that, how to get it done, and why I do that, and how powerful it is. So here we are, just got off a webinar. We just pumped out a webinar tonight, so I'm going to get the Facebook Live done. And I want to talk to you guys, and just before you do it, if you're watching this on Facebook, please share it. If you think it's going to be valuable or it was valuable for you, share it for me. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe to my channel because there's lots more gems coming. As soon as I put a video up, you'll get a notification. Be the first to know. So share, subscribe, do all the cool stuff. Whack the comments in there. You know how it works. I want to talk to you guys today about something that is really important that I've found over the years. If you want to go big, if you want to go fast, and people say, oh my God, you're so lucky, I get it all the time. But you make your own luck through hard work and through, here it is, this one, relationships. So we all have relationships, don't we? You know the saying, you're the average of the 5 people that you hang out with. I believe that 100%. If you go back and look at who you spend the most amount of time with, what's their income, what's their attitude, what's their belt size. I've metamorphed. All my friends that I hang out with the most have pretty much the same size belly as me these days. 10 years ago, the guys that I hang out with were footy players, personal trainers. I had the same size belly or the same six-pack as they did. So it kind of works, doesn't it, in that way, and also income. If I look at the guys that I hang out with most, my income's almost exactly the same as theirs. And so you've got to make sure that you're never the smartest person in the room, the richest person in the room, the fittest person in the room, because that means you've got more unfit people, you've got more broke people, and you've got people doing less than you, you've got worse attitude, whatever it may be. They're not going to necessarily rise to your level, but they're going to bring you down. And over time, that's exactly what happens. So we've all got relationships, but what relationships do you have? So my point here is, guys, write this down. In 2019, make it a point, make it a deliberate decision and a deliberate action that you're going to go out there and form relationships with some very successful people, with some very influential people that are going to rub off on you. Because let me tell you, over the last 10 years, over the last 20 years, everything that's good that's happened to me in business or whatever it may be is because I knew somebody. It's because I knew someone influential. And that relationship led me to a business decision. It led me to all good things. Let's take Lance Armstrong, for example. You guys might have read about him or seen him lately, that he had an investment of over $100,000 that got put into Uber. That is now worth tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions of dollars. Now, is Lance Armstrong a smart guy? Well, he got undetected from drugs for a long time, so maybe he is. I don't know. Probably not smart guy using that in the first place. I don't know whether he's a smart guy or not, but he knew somebody. One of his very, very close friends was one of the biggest guys on Wall Street. And he was a very smart guy, knew where to invest his money. And he rang up Lance Armstrong and said, give me $100,000, I'm gonna go and invest it for you. And Lance Armstrong trusted this guy so much. He'd seen what he could do, he knew his knowledge, here's $100,000. He invested that, majority of that, into Uber right back in its infancy, just as it was getting started. That's now worth millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars to Lance Armstrong. That was a relationship that Lance had with somebody very influential, very smart, that knew what he was doing in the business world, in the share world. You know, Lance is not going to just look at shares and go, oh, this Uber thing looks good, I'm going to put $100,000 into that. It's just not going to happen. It was a relationship that he had. Some of you guys might have heard of Adam Hudson, the Amazon guy. You know, he's on all your YouTube videos. You're probably seeing him on an ad if you're watching this on YouTube. Very smart guy, doing really great things with Amazon. He made a lot of money, and I'm talking a lot of money on Bitcoin. Now, is that because Adam researched and saw that cryptocurrency was the next big thing and he invented it? No, he knew somebody in that space that said, hey mate, whack some money into this, I think it's going to be big. He knew somebody. He had a relationship. When I started in network marketing, it was relationships that led me to join the right company. You know, post-network marketing, it's relationships that lead you into the next thing. You know, we made a 7-figure income last year with our education program on Airbnb, and the reason we were able to do that was because of a relationship that I had with a promoter, probably one of Australia's biggest promoters, that I had a relationship with him for 10 years. Started off as a student, sitting in his sessions, listening to how to make money. We stayed in touch, a relationship. Came over to our house, talked to us, you know, away we go. So guys, if I could give you a million examples of the people that you hang out with, their relationships. So think about what can you offer to someone of influence. If you're a personal trainer, go and find a billionaire and offer to train them for free. You know, maybe you're great at SEO, go and offer to get them on page 1 of Google for free. Maybe you're good at social media. What can you offer somebody of influence to get in their space? Because you got to think about it like this. A lot of influential people, a lot of rich people, a lot of successful people, athletes, celebrities, business people, whatever, they've probably got enough friends. And it's kind of weird when you walk up to them at a networking event and say, hey, you know, one of my goals in 2019 is to be friends with influential people. Do you want to be my friend? Look at you, pretty strangely think you're a bit of a stalker. What can you offer them? Why would they want to be with you? And look, you can pay for that. You can pay for business coaches, you can pay for programs, entourage, whatever it may be, and get around those good people. And that's not necessarily a bad way to do it if you've got the cash to do it. But what can you offer somebody? How can you get in their space? Maybe you've got some incredibly successful people that are parents at your kids' school. Start going to pick up and drop off at the same time they do. You'll bond with your children. Anyway, you'll work that out. My point is, make an action, make a deliberate decision this year to go and hang out with some influential people, some successful people. It'll rub off on you. They'll drive you. You'll be inspired. And then what can you offer them? How can you really get into their space? Because I'm telling you right now, when the next Bitcoin comes along, the next Uber, the next Airbnb, the next company, whatever it may be, you're going to be in the know. You're going to be in first. And I can invest into Uber right now. It could be a good investment, I'm not sure. But it's not as good as when Lance Armstrong invested in it at the very beginning. So to find out about these things in the beginning, whether it's a franchise, a network marketing opportunity, shares, whatever it is, in the beginning is always better than in the end. And it's going to happen for you because of a relationship you had with somebody in the know. So guys, that's the Facebook Live for tonight. Don't just go and fluke this. Don't just go and wish for this. Deliberately go and stalk some influential, successful people that you think can help you, that may be in the know of the next big thing, because that's where the magic's going to happen for you. Plus, it's just going to rub off. If they're successful in whatever area you're looking at, their attitude, their mindset, their dedication, their work ethic, their knowledge, it's going to rub off on you anyway. Get in their space, get in those sorts of people's space. So guys, hope that's been helpful. Please share it, subscribe. We're going to have some fun, and we're going to pump out this video everywhere. I'm going to do a different post on it, exactly how that works for you. Have a great night, everybody.